Thank you. The National Weather Service is confirming that a tornado touched down Friday night in Jefferson County. Strong storms swept through southern Wisconsin, doing a lot of damage and leaving tens of thousands of people in the dark. The agency reported an EF1 twister formed on the southwest tip of Upper Spring Lake outside of Palmyra around 10:30 p.m. The tornado touched down and uprooted trees along Mill Road and did the most damage where that road intersects with County Road Z. No injuries were reported.